Your Name is a Japanese animated movie from 2016. The director is Makoto Shinkai. This is a story about two people. They lived very different lives. One day, they swapped bodies while sleeping. They had never met each other. But because of this magical swap, they started to care about each other. However, a disaster made the truth more complicated. It crossed time and space. The girl was Mitsuha Miyamizu. She lived in a small town. The town was called Itomori. It was in the countryside of Japan. It was surrounded by mountains. There was a big lake in the town. The town was very beautiful. There were not many people. There were not many shops. There was not much to do. Mitsuha lived with her grandmother and younger sister. Her grandmother was old and kind. She taught the girls about family traditions. She taught them how to make braided cords. These cords were called kumihimo. They were very important in their family. They made them with different colors. They twisted the threads together. It took a long time to make one cord. Mitsuha's mother was not there anymore. She died when Mitsuha was young. Mitsuha's father was the mayor of the town. He did not live with them. He worked in the town office. He was very busy. He and Mitsuha did not have a good relationship. They did not talk much. He was always working. He did not spend time with his family. Mitsuha did not like her life in the small town. She felt bored and trapped. She wanted to live in a big city. She wanted to be a handsome boy in Tokyo. She wished for a different life. She shouted at the sky. She wanted a different future. She wanted to meet new people and see new places. She dreamed about Tokyo every night. She read books about Tokyo. She looked at pictures of Tokyo on her phone. The boy was Taki Tashibana. He lived in Tokyo. Tokyo was a very big city. It had many tall buildings. It had many trains and people. It was very crowded and busy. Taki was a high school student. He was in his last year of high school. He had a part-time job at a restaurant. He served food to customers. He helped cook some dishes. He washed the dishes and cleaned the tables. He worked very hard. He wanted to study building design. He loved drawing buildings and cities. He drew every day on paper and his phone. He drew buildings he saw on the street. His life was busy. He went to school every day. He worked in the evenings. He spent time with his friends. He did not know Mitsuha or her town. He had never been to the countryside. He only thought about his life in Tokyo. He thought about his future, job, and friends. One day, something changed. Mitsuha woke up. She was not in her own body. She was in Taki's body in Tokyo. She was a boy. She was very confused. She did not know what was happening. She looked in the mirror. She saw a boy's face. She touched her face and was surprised. She touched her short hair. She touched her flat chest. She screamed and did not understand. She looked around the room. It was not her room. There were posters on the wall. There were books on the floor. There was a desk with papers. She did not know where she was. At the same time, Taki woke up. He was not in his body. He was in Mitsuha's body in the countryside. He was a girl. He was surprised, too. He looked in the mirror. He saw a girl's face. He touched his long hair. He was shocked. He did not know what to do. He looked around the room. There was a small bed and old things. There was a shrine in the house. He did not know where he was. At first, they thought it was a dream. They thought it was a very real dream. They did not understand what was happening. They tried to act normal. They tried to live their daily lives. Everything felt different. The body, voice, and clothes felt different. The room, family, and food were different. The weather in town were different. Everything was new and strange. The body swap happened a few times. It happened when they slept. They swapped bodies for a day. Then they swapped back. They did not remember everything from the day. Their memories were not clear. They woke up feeling like they had a strange dream. They felt tired and confused. They did not know why or how this happened. They tried to find a reason, but they could not. People around them noticed changes. Mitsuha's friends and family saw her acting differently. When Taki was in her body, he was more bold and direct. He was not shy. He helped Mitsuha become more popular at school. He played sports well. He was good at basketball and soccer. He stood up for her when people were mean. He spoke loudly and was confident. People liked these changes. She became more confident and popular. Her friends asked her why she changed. She did not tell them. Taki's friends and coworkers saw changes too. When Mitsuha was in his body, she was not good at his job. She made mistakes and dropped things. She broke plates at the restaurant. She also helped Taki get a date with a girl. She was shy and polite. She was more gentle and careful. People thought Taki was acting weird. They asked if he was okay or sick. He said he was fine. Taki and Mitsuha started to understand the swap. They realized it was real. They could not talk to each other directly. They decided to leave messages. They left notes on paper. They wrote on their hands and arms. They used their phones. They left messages in a diary app. They told each other about their day. They gave each other advice. They said, do this or do not do that. They helped each other live their lives. They talked about friends, family, and problems. They warned and reminded each other. They wrote all kinds of messages. They started to know each other very well. They could not meet in person, but they felt close. They cared about each other. They bickered and joked in their notes. They became important to each other. They started to miss each other. They thought about each other during the day. They wondered what the other person was doing. They wanted to meet, talk, and hold hands. One day, the body swaps stopped. Taki woke up in his own body. He waited for the next swap. It did not happen. He tried to call Mitsuha. He could not reach her. The phone did not connect. He was worried. He felt something was wrong. He felt empty inside. He felt like he lost something important. He did not know what to do. He decided to find her in person. He did not know where her town was. He remembered the mountains and lake. He remembered the shape of the town. He drew pictures from his memories. He drew the mountains, lake, school, and shrine. He drew the houses too. He went on a long trip to find Itomori. He traveled to the countryside. He took many trains and walked a long way. He asked many people for help. He showed them his drawings. He asked if they knew the town. He asked old and young people. He asked workers at the train station. He asked people on the street. Finally, he found the town. He was shocked. The town was destroyed. There were no people. There was only a big crater. The buildings, houses, school, and shrine were gone. There was only empty land and water. He learned the terrible truth. A comet fell on the town 3 years ago. The comet destroyed Itomori. Many people died. Mitsuha was on the list of the dead. She died 3 years ago. Taki was very sad. He could not believe it. He cried and did not want to accept it. He felt like his heart was breaking. Taki learned a very important fact. He and Mitsuha were not living at the same time. They were living 3 years apart. Taki was in the present. Mitsuha was in the past. Their swap was about space and time. They were crossing time. They were connected across time. This was why he could not reach her. This was why the phone did not connect. She was already gone. Taki thought back. He remembered Mitsuha's grandmother. She talked about braided cords. These cords were called kumihimo. They were made by hand. She said time could be cut and reconnected. She said the cords connected people, things, and gods. They connected across time. Taki realized these cords connected him and Mitsuha. He had one of her cords on his wrist. It was a red braided cord. It was very beautiful. It had been with him for a long time. He did not know where it came from. Now he understood. He went to the shrine near the town. It was in the mountains. He found the sake that Mitsuha made. It was a special drink. She made it as a prayer. She put her soul into it. She offered it to the gods. When Taki drank it, he connected with her. He went back in time. He could change the past. He could save her and everyone. Taki woke up in Mitsuha's body. He was back in the past. The day of the comet was coming. He went to Mitsuha's friends. He told them about the comet. He told them they must leave the town. They must save everyone. He wanted to stop the disaster. He wanted to save Mitsuha and all the people. He explained everything to them. They believed and helped him. Mitsuha was in Taki's body in the present. She went to the shrine. She saw the crater. She learned the truth too. She realized Taki came to save her. They were at the same place near the shrine. It was sunset. This time was called twilight. In Japanese, it was katawer doki. Mitsuha's grandmother said this was a special time. You could see unusual things. It was the border between day and night. It was when spirits could meet humans. It was the only time they could meet. At sunset, they saw each other. They finally met in person. They were very happy. They talked and shared their feelings. They wanted to stay together. They wrote their names on each other's hands. They wanted to remember each other. They did not want to forget. Taki wrote on Mitsuha's hand. He wrote, "I love you." He did not write his name. He thought this was more important. Mitsuha started to write on Taki's hand, but she disappeared. The sun set and the magic was over. They both forgot each other's names. They forgot their memories. They only had a feeling. They felt they were looking for someone important. They did not know who or why. Taki went back to his own time. He did not remember Mitsuha's name. He did not remember the body swap. He only knew he was in a Tomori. He knew he wanted to save people. He did not remember her face or voice. He only remembered a warm, sad feeling of loss. Mitsuha went back to her own time. She did not remember Taki's name. She only had his message on her hand. It said, "I love you." She ran to her father. He was the mayor of the town. She asked him to save the town. She wanted him to warn everyone. He agreed and believed her. He used the town's emergency system. He told everyone to go to the high school. It was on higher ground. The people listened and left the town. The comet fell and damaged the town. But many people survived. Mitsuha and her family survived. Her friends and grandmother survived. They moved to Tokyo. The town was gone, but the people were alive. They started new lives. They went to new schools and got new jobs. They made new friends. Several years passed. Taki was a young man. He worked in building design. He was good at his job. Mitsuha was a young woman in Tokyo. She had a job too. They lived their own lives. They had friends and jobs. They felt something was missing. They felt they were looking for someone. They did not know who or why. They felt it every day. They felt it when they woke up and went to sleep. One day, they saw each other on a train. They saw each other through the windows. They felt a strong connection. They were drawn to each other. They got off the train. They walked toward each other. They met on a staircase and stopped. They looked at each other. They felt they knew each other. They did not know from where. Taki said, "I have met you before." Mitsuha said the same thing. Taki said, "Your name?" Mitsuha smiled and asked the same. They both wanted to know and remember. They had found the person they were looking for. They were happy to meet again. They finally found each other